time for another makeup night. So I ended up getting this from Dollar Tree, but oh my god, it is so white that, oh shit. Okay. So I just finished Death Note. We need to talk. We need to have a discussion because what I saw was a lot to process, to feel, to take in. So let's talk about Death Note. I joined fandoms way too late. I don't like to watch things that are super popular in the moment because I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch that's never seen Game of Thrones, and I never will. I'm that bitch that's never seen any of the Star Wars movies, even though I have. And I think the same could be said for anime. I tend to not watch shows, but I 100% am a part of the fandoms. People are just genuinely so funny. I think weebs and anime nerds are like the funniest people on this planet. My favorite pastime recently has been Attack on Titan TikToks.
Ohayo, Onei-chan.
Love Jaeger. I love Levi Ackerman. I love the other ones. But I've never seen a single episode, and I probably won't for a couple of years. Why? Seems like a lot. I think that I have all the means to be a weeb, and I have all like the character development to become an anime nerd. My depression has just fried my attention span and my motivation, so take what you can get. For those who are watching that don't know what Death Note is, aka my mother, hi mom. Death Note is an anime that ran from 2006 to 2007 and was super popular when it came out. It's widely regarded as one of the best animes on the market. Did that make me want to watch it? No, of course not. I'm now joining the fandom 15 years too late, and you know what? I like to keep it that way. First things first, this anime has one of the best English dubs of all time. The voice actor of Elle is also the voice actor of Julian in Barbie, the Princess and the Pauper. His range. Basically, the anime is about the main character, Light Yagami, stumbles across a death note one day where you write down the name of somebody and you have to have their face in your mind, and that person dies within 40 seconds, or if you detail a different way that they'll die. The Japanese police catch on to him, and that's when my favorite character, Elle, comes in and really starts some drama. I am gonna go ahead and say that for the rest of this video, there's gonna be some intense spoilers, but go ahead and subscribe. Why not? Why not? I can tell you like my personality so far, come on. This video is literally just gonna be me rattling off my own thoughts. If you've never seen Death Note and you still want to, I suggest taking a pause for the rest of the video because I'm gonna go into the plot. Yeah, go ahead and skip this. But not my other videos, okay? I have other fun ones. I did this grid makeup, how fun is that? Go check that out. Beginning with the plot. Light is so hot. Oh my god. He's giving me Justin Bieber 2009 vibes. In the first half, I was like, yes, daddy, kill them. Kill them all, smite them, you are a god! Lost that pretty quickly. I hated that Elle was getting in the way. I wanted Kira and Light to just successfully rid the earth of all evil. I also loved Misa. Misa was so, like, this is gonna be controversial. Ladies, I'd like to have a talk with you guys for a second, so why don't you follow me? Come on, let's go. This show is kind of sexist. I hated it. The only cool character was the FBI man's fiance, and she died. Shocker. I liked Misa. She was amazing, she was iconic, but she had no self-respect. Like, I get it, you know, she was devoted to Light, whatever. And then the other woman, the broadcaster, what a broad, what a dame. Just kidding, I hated her. She served nothing. I did not cry when she died. In fact, I applauded it. I was actually really happy that Light took the time to kill her because she was so fucking annoying. The entire time I was like, who are you? Who? Yeah, that's what I thought. I liked the first half of the series. And then they lost me at episode 25 with the death of Elle. I'm not upset. I'm fine, okay? I fucking hate Light now. After episode 25, no. It didn't happen, okay? This is how the series should have gone.
I don't see it. It disappears. What's going on? Everyone, the Shinigami.
What a great show! Oh my god. Maybe that I just wasn't paying attention enough, but I didn't understand that. And also, the whole plot of that was just so beyond upsetting. Like, Shinigamis die if they kill the assassin before the person that they're in love with dies, but like, in that instance, Ren should have died when Misa was in the car with the third 𝓼𝓺 and the criminal was being shown on the TV.
Misa, you want me to kill 𝓼𝓺𝓻𝓻𝓮𝓵-𝓯𝓻𝓻𝓲𝓮𝓵, don't you?
Ren should have died when she wrote down the other criminal's name in the car, because indirectly she killed another man who would have resulted in Misa's demise. Hello? I mean, for real, like, Ren in the beginning knew that loving a human would fucking kill you. That's like the one thing the Shinigamis know, is that it's gonna kill you if you fall in love with a human. And then even in the beginning, Misa's like, you're not loving me, right? And then Ren's like, why? It just fucking doesn't make sense. Misa's gonna die anyway. She shortened her life by a quarter. You saved her like, what, 3 months? All of us humans are gonna die anyway, so you really just fucking killed Elle for nothing. I fucking hate Ren, but you know what? She died. She died, so. Okay. Moving on after Elle's death, even though there's no point of moving on because it didn't happen, but just for trauma's sake, I hated Mello. I hated Nier. None of them could ever fill the shoes of who Elle was. But more importantly, I fucking hated Mello. Who was he? Why was everybody on this bitch's dick? Like, it just didn't make sense. At the end, when Nier pulled the whole, because of Mello, we were able to catch you, I hated that. What the fuck did Mello do? What?
We were able to stop you thanks to the efforts of one person. It was Mello who did it all.
It just seemed dumb. Like, it seemed like the entire second half of the show, the creators were just trying to shove Mello down your throat, and I wasn't there for that. I was so mad when he didn't blow up in that fucking fire. Like, the only likable one of the brothers, whoever they were, was the guy that was driving the car. And 2 minutes into getting to know him, he got shot down. He literally got mowed down, you know. He seemed like the only cool one, and the creators are like, just kidding, get rid of him, bye. This being said, with the new characters that they introduced in season 2, Javier, or whatever that one FBI agent's name was so hot. I was absolutely there for him. This is another one of my troubles, right? Why the fuck would he not take the death note when he had the chance? When he was in the locker room of the second 𝓼𝓺, I literally already forget his name because he's just so forgettable. And he was just sitting in the hallway right by the door, like going through and taking pictures. Like, the entire time my heart was beating because I knew if, like, for some reason the second 𝓼𝓺 went through the door and just saw him, you know, taking pictures, it'd all be over. If I was an FBI man, I wouldn't just be crouching down, taking pictures of a death note right in front of the fucking door to the gym. Anybody could walk in and be like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you in that guy's locker? It just didn't make sense. Didn't make sense. He was literally asking to get caught. That's the thing. He was asking to get caught. I don't know. As for the other characters, Ryuk? I don't want to pronounce his name wrong. Am I saying it right? Ryuk?
Ryuk.
Ma'am, I am white.
I am the Shinigami Ryuk. That used to be my notebook.
Ryuk. I'm just gonna call him Ryuk. He was great. Loved his personality. I also feel the same way about apples. I love them. But listen, of all the Shinigamis, Love him, hate her, wish she would die, fucking kill her like straight from the beginning. This man right here, amazing. He was so fucking funny. He had what, like 10 lines?
I want my notebook. Damn.
And I loved him, my little corn man. He could shuck me, you know what I'm saying? Can everybody get hashtag corn man forever going? He was amazing. He was the highlight of the show. After Elle's death, the heavy weight on my chest was just a little bit uplifted because of him. So hashtag corn man forever. I'd say my favorite episode in the series was probably the rain scene. Just something about Elle standing out in the rain and the sound and him talking about hearing the bells. Like, even though I was a little confused on what was happening, like, I just didn't care. It was just so meaningful and so depressing.
When you do your eyeliner and flatten your hair, but you get caught in the rain because the rain comes out of nowhere, you don't have an umbrella.
In the foot scene, ooh, I felt like I shouldn't have been watching it. Like I was a little fly on the wall. It was, intimate, I'll say that. Also, it wasn't in the manga, so the creators were just like, add that in. You know, the downfall of Elle, and honestly all of the characters in Death Note, was that they just relied on proof too much. The entire series, I was just sitting there thinking about how if I was a part of the team or if I ever got close to Light, I would just shoot him. Like, fuck it. What is that, life in prison? Alright. I'll take it. Everybody on that fucking team knew that it was Elle. Like, you could feel the palpable tension through the screen. What would it be to just pop a cap in the back of his head, you know? Like 25 years in prison? Okay. Seems plausible. In a little bit of a more serious moment, I felt that this show showed a great psyche. Something that me and my therapist have talked about before is that I don't really believe that there's a good person and a bad person. It's because in modern day thinking, we're kind of stuck as a society in thinking that there are good people and bad people, that humans fall on this spectrum. Even though humans make mistakes, we're still kind of stuck on this idea that you're either a good person or a bad person. But okay, don't even think about quoting me saying that I don't think child predators or I don't think serial killers like Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer did anything wrong. Absolutely not. That's not what I'm saying. There was this one scene where he killed criminals that became good, and just kind of reminded me that Light's entire thinking was built off of whether or not you were a good or a bad person. And maybe not even Light, but Kira. Kira thought you're either a good person or a bad person. And the truth is, that doesn't exist. Nobody is a good or a bad person. We just have these attributes to ourselves and our characters that deserve consequences. It especially made me mad when they portrayed children bullying each other. I'm not saying that children shouldn't be punished for bullying, but what I am saying is that people are products of their environment. Take bullies and have them in a one-on-one session or put them in a better environment. There's rehabilitation. I think that's number one reason why I really hated Light in the second half, is that everybody was referring to him as a god. A particular part of gods that show up in multiple religions is that they show mercy. Light was no god. He was just a successful serial killer. I just really didn't like how they portrayed criminals in that aspect. And I'm sure this is absolutely what the creators of the show were trying to do. What is the difference between a god that creates a perfect world and a god that shows mercy? Which one is really a utopia? You ask me. Death Note was amazing, and this weight, this pain of Elle's death will forever sting. You know, it'll forever sting. Ooh, go ahead and like and subscribe, because I put out new content pretty frequently. Hashtag cornman forever. And I will see you squirrelies in the next episode. Bye guys. If I got a death note, absolutely not. I wouldn't write anybody's name in it.